Hey YouTube, the Wild Magic here again. It's been a while since my last video, since I've been swamped with real life stuff, but I had some free time today and I came here to YouTube to relax. It turned out to be a stupid decision. See, right smack dab on my homepage was, in the recommended for you section, GEERUP's video, Slow Kill Swine Flu H1N1 Vaccines. Watching this video made me, first off, laugh my ass off. After a moment, though, I realized that he was actually serious. That just made me sad. In this video, he somehow takes the fact that a swine flu vaccine is being offered and takes that as confirmation that the New World Order has finally established its hold over the free nations of Earth. How he made the 600-foot jump to that conclusion, none of us will ever know. But we can look at why, when he made the jump, he failed to realize that there was no ground under him. He starts off by saying that watching the news is like watching a pharmaceutical commercial, and then, in a very ominous voice, says, "Big business, those pharmaceuticals. Very big business." Yes, gear up, pharmaceuticals are a big business. Well done spotting one of the most obvious facts of American life. But seriously, would you purchase homemade vaccines from a corner store? Some random chemicals that someone mixed up in their basement? No, you wouldn't. For all you know, you could be shooting crystal meth into your veins if you did that. Vaccines are a big business only product. No pharmacy, no doctor will purchase vaccines or any kind of medicine from a company that has not undergone rigorous testing and certification. Any business that markets vaccines is going to be a big business, since there are very few companies that can supply this demand. Basic economics, gear up. Learn it. Supply-demand curves. Then he asks a simple question. What exactly is in the H1N1 vaccine? Well, that's easy enough to answer. A simple Google search should answer it. Oh, wait. No, it won't. Because the internet is so freaking full of people who have decided to panic over this vaccine that you can't actually find any decent information. Seriously. The top 50 or so results are nothing but repeats of what GEERUP says in this video. The H1N1 vaccine is dangerous and filled with toxins and live viruses. Unfortunately for GEERUP, both the argument ad populum and bare assertion are logical fallacies, so he doesn't really have much of a case. After much searching, I finally turned up a description of the contents of the vaccine. Essentially, the H1N1 virus vaccine is made up of two things: eggs and dead swine flu. None of this is a huge surprise to anyone who has ever watched Bill Nye the Science Guy, or even his less awesome counterpart, Miss Frizzle. A vaccine is just a dead virus. That's all. You see, GEERUP, there are these things called antibodies. Maybe you've heard of them. When you get sick, your immune system produces antibodies. These antibodies are different for every disease, but once your body creates the antibodies, it remembers them for a long time. Basically, once you get a disease once, your body remembers how to fight it. It has the right weaponry the next time the disease shows up. So what a vaccine does is fake out your immune system. It tricks your body into developing antibodies to fight an enemy that isn't there. It throws dead H1N1 into your system. Because the virus is dead, it won't infect you, so you won't get sick from it. But since your body still recognizes it as a foreign entity, it sends out the stormtroopers, white blood cells. And these white blood cells busy themselves building antibodies to blow up the dead H1N1. After a while, they saunter back to the mess hall, feeling smug and satisfied for having so thoroughly trounced the foe, and hand in their blueprints for antibodies to the CO as they walk past. These blueprints are added to the main memory of your screw it. Your body remembers the blueprints that your antibodies use. So when you actually get swine flu, you already have the right weapons to kill it. Chances are, if you get swine flu after getting the vaccine, you'll never know it because your immune system will crush it so utterly. But later in the video, GEERUP brings up the issue that there are so many other things in the shot than besides just the eggs and the dead H1N1. Well, yeah. Duh! Did you really think all a vaccine was dead H1N1 and eggs? If you injected eggs into your bloodstream, I'm pretty sure you would die. Probably painfully. So there's other stuff in there too. Lots of stuff, but all in microscopic amounts. Stuff to make it so the eggs don't kill you, stuff to make it so that the H1N1 stays dead, stuff to help your immune system find the antibodies faster, etc., etc. And yes, there is mercury in the H1N1 vaccine. Well, sort of. See, the H1N1 vaccine is normally dispensed in single dose vials, the kind that they use for single shots, like one syringe worth. There's no mercury in that. But there are also multi dose vials. Those contain the preservative thimerosal, since the vials will be around longer before use and they have to have some kind of thing that keeps the vaccine from going rotten. Thimerosal does contain mercury, but there is so little thimerosal in the vaccine that once it has been diluted, there isn't enough to make a hamster sick to his stomach. Mercury is toxic, but not in the amounts that are being dispensed in the vaccine. And in any case, your chances of being vaccinated from a multi-dose vial are extremely small. The majority of them are single-dose vials. If all else, ask if they can give you a shot from a vial that doesn't contain thimerosal. Explain to your doctor that you don't want the mercury. They'll understand. The next piece in the puzzle of understanding GEERUP's weird mindset here is he brings up the fact that there's a barcode on the vaccine sheet, and there's one on the consent form. Then from here he jumps to, and I quote, "Because we all know that we need that barcode on every piece of paper and every product and even human beings. Our great country has been hijacked by a global elite banking cartel. It's a banking mafia. It's a mafia of elitists to reduce the population." And all I can say to that is, lol the fuck what? Okay, no, seriously, GEERUP, if you're watching this video, I want to know how you got from barcodes on vaccines to New World Order plots to destroy the world, because I don't get it. I seriously don't. Yeah, there's a reason for the barcodes on the vaccines. Each barcode on the consent forms matches up to the barcode on a vial. This allows the companies and the doctors to keep track of which patient received which dose, and subsequently, if any particular batch is having adverse effects, scrap that group of vials because it's probably messed up. Not that hard to understand. They've been doing it forever. Doesn't matter what the medicine is, they always do that. No one's putting a barcode on your hand. They're monitoring the effects of a vaccine that you receive to make sure that it isn't toxic like you say it is. And now we hit a point where logic breaks down. It's impossible to debunk his little paranoid delusion of a world. I mean, really, when someone says one way they're going to reduce the population is to demand that we get the injection, there isn't much you can do to bring them back to reality. Maybe you could encourage them to see a psychiatrist, but really, what are the odds they're going to do that? For your information, GEERUP, no one is pushing to make the injection mandatory. That's a lie. Straight up crap. There are people advocating its use, but no one is gonna make it compulsory. It's unconstitutional to do so. You can't force someone to receive medical treatment. No one is going to get tagged or hauled off to a FEMA camp, no matter what little schemes you've come up for the New World Order in your head. GEERUP, you say you wish it was all a big dream. Well, I have good news. It is! You're making shit up! Talking out of your ass, playing at a demagogue / messiah to the people, and you don't even bother to do 5 minutes worth of research on Google. Because you know what? That's how long it took me to find the information to prove you wrong. So that's what I ask you to do next time, GEERUP. Before you make any more videos proclaiming the coming of the New World Order and the end of mankind, or the movement to barcode every human being, or the installation of Big Brother telescreens in the workplace, take 5 minutes of your time to do a little fucking research. You just might learn something. And you would save me a lot of headaches. The Wild Magic out. Live long and prosper.